your skin.
Hi, Dr. Eric.
Hi, Dr. Barbara Sturm.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Thank you so much for joining today. And we had a nice conversation yesterday, and you're like almost like a real doctor. You know so much about skin health. You're fantastic when
Well,
it comes how to take
well
care of
schooled
your
in
body.
that department.
So I see your Sturm glow. Your skin looks pretty amazing. So I know you had a facial like 2 days ago. So you're really taking care of your skin and your health, right? You're an amazing actor, and you know, especially because your health and your skin and your face is your capital. You really need to pay attention to what's going on with your health, especially, no?
I have. I mean, I've always tried to maintain a pretty sort of healthy regimen. The work that I do, I get bombarded with. There's a lot of stuff on my face all the time, and I need to make sure that that's cleansed properly. It's a disaster, and just the air outside is not super amazing for it. So yeah, I've been pretty strict about it, and I think I've maintained some healthy skin.
Great.
I'm a big fan of sunblock.
Yes.
I'm a huge fan of sunblock. The sun is super damaging.
Especially in LA, no? There you have to wear sunblock all the time.
I wear it every day.
Yeah.
I wear it every day. I love your sun drops. They're amazing.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because they also feel like skincare. They're not sticky. They don't, look any white or whatever. They're easy to use as a skin.
Yeah, they're pretty translucent.
Yeah, and I made them that you can drop it with your cream. So before you use it, you drop a little bit with your cream or with your hyaluronic serum, and you put it on. It's really nice to have on. It gives you also a nice glow. So I'm obsessed with them.
Little cocktail. I love
Yeah.
that.
So, what else do you do to stay healthy? You do, vitamins, supplements, IV drips. You're very advanced in, in what you do. We talked yesterday a little bit about you're having peptides a lot, and
I take peptides. I do IVs maybe a couple times a month, certainly when I'm working. I take a few different peptides. I eat really clean.
you heard about
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination. What's that?
I asked you yesterday. So do you know about exosomes? Of course I know about exosomes. You see, when you talk to someone in LA who is into health, they know about exosomes.
Well, I mean, everybody's pretty focused on it, you know.
Yeah.
It's a preventative state for the most part. There's not a lot of healthcare that's reactive. It's preventative, so there's a lot of medicine that goes into precluding somebody from getting something and avoiding anything.
Yeah, I know. So, every time, I've been coming to Los Angeles since 2003. So, everything kind of gets discovered there. I've been working with exosomes for 15 years in the orthopedic, especially for autoimmune diseases. It's amazing results. And obviously for everything heal and repair. And we started the exosomatic line, the black serums, like 3 years ago, because now we understand how to get exosomes in a skincare product. When 15 years ago, I only understood how to make them out of your own blood. Yeah.
Right.
Pretty amazing how we develop into better and greater techniques and medical support to prevent.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you guys go on.
no, you go on.
I was saying you guys are on the cutting edge with that technology.
Yeah, for sure. So exosomes, new chapter in medicine, longevity. Do you are you paying attention to all this biohacking? Obviously, you're taking peptides, but do you do the ice bath? Do you do red light? Do you do the PMF mat and oxygen?
I've done that. I've done ozone treatments where they take the blood out and oxygenate it, put the blood back in, sort of like a transfusion. I've done the ice baths, although they're not for the faint of heart. They are, you have to be very courageous to jump into an ice bath, and then backed up with a sauna, and not with any regularity, but that's something I've done in the past. It's really great for inflammation, which
Yeah.
is the source of many of the problems. And some of the peptides I take target inflammation. Some are just general, health for the skin.
But you see, this is
Just
all,
trying to wind back the clock.
yeah, anti-inflammatory lifestyle. So when we sometimes think we need to be very aggressive to our bodies, and say, oh, we don't need sleep, or, we can party, whatever, or this all has changed because now everybody understands, stress causes cortisol rising, causes inflammation. Our diet can cause enormous inflammation. No sleep will cause us a lot of inflammation. All the stress around us coming from sun pollution, whatever, causes us inflammation, and it makes us sick. Yeah. So once again, we have to be good to our bodies and have to get inflammation under control. Are you a good sleeper?
So yeah, I'm a good sleeper. I don't require much sleep, but I am a good sleeper.
Yeah.
When I sleep, I sleep. So you're essentially saying inflammation is the source of pretty much every problem.
Yes. So inflammation is something we have in our system, and it's good. Inflammation in a certain way is good because it fights our bacteria and viruses. But inflammation at a high level on a chronic level, that can cause autoimmune disease, aging, destruction of tissue. Everything we hate about our skin comes together with inflammation. So inflammation is something we just need to keep under control, keep it, in a low, steady state, but not like excessive, and you feel when inflammation is rising in your system. You can feel it. And it shows, with redness on your skin, or breakouts, or rosacea, or aging, or whatever it is, goes together with inflammation.
Right. Well, I've kept the inflammation at bay, thankfully.
Yeah, very good. But that's, also, it's very interesting to hear from a man, because normally you think women are so into health and making sure, doing the best for their skin, etc. But I know so many men, they're obsessed with everything about health, their supplements, their diet, their whatever it is, skin, going to regular facials, whatever it is, really taking care of themselves. So I find it super interesting to listen to you and what you're, willing to put in on time and effort for your health and your skin.
Well, I mean, when you break it down, it seems like a lot, but it's actually a fairly simple process once you get into the routine of it. And like I said, I've got makeup on all the time, which is not normal for me, but it's part of my job. So I have to really make sure that my skin is kept clean because I get bombarded with it every day. And that's kind of the long and the short of it. I just, it's a very simple routine that you set up for me. It's really easy to follow. It's not that involved. It takes maybe 5-10 minutes at the most. And it's sustainable.
So what's your routine now? Like what, because I think people are almost scared. Oh, I hope not too many steps. So what is for men tolerable to do?
No, it's easy. It's easy.
Yeah.
Cleanser. I keep the cleanser in the shower. When I shower in the morning, I wash my face. And toner, then sea drops, or hyaluronic acid, sea drops, and some moisturizer and some sunblock, which I wear irrespective of anything. I wear sunblock every day.
Yeah, very good. And you look nice.
And it's easy. Thank you.
Yeah, you have the Los Angeles sun, which I miss so much. I miss Los Angeles. I will come back soon. So that's needed. Did you we also talked about, you're super sporty, and you got a lot of injuries when you're a kid, from your sports, so did you do something as a kid? Did you have problems with your skin? Did your mother teach you anything what you should do? Did you already take care of your skin when you were younger?
I started taking care of my skin at a pretty early age. I don't know if it's that early, but it's early for a guy. And I was a swimmer and a water polo player in high school, and chlorine is not amazing for your skin. I was
No,
lucky. I didn't really have any acne. I had a little rosacea. Um, and that's all controllable with products. Um, so I was actually pretty lucky with my skin. I didn't have too many problems other than those.
no, that's great. So, did you learn anything, anything can remember what your grandma or your mom told you, not just about skin, but about health or diet or whatever, something you still do today?
You know, my grandmother was pretty bare bones. She was like, all you need is a Dove bar and some water and a towel, and you're fine. Um, and look, I'm super old, but back in the day, skincare wasn't really impressed upon men as much as it is focused on today. Um, and if you're lucky enough to see a dermatologist at an early age, you get some insight, but for the most part, we're kind of in the dark. Men are kind of like we're kind of cavemen when it comes to skincare.
But that's why it's so
Um,
doing this today, because it's the education for everyone who doesn't go to a dermatologist, for everybody who wants to have tips. They can get it through the internet, through social media. So there are experts who come on who are like, know more than you know yourself, or you can research yourself. So that's great. But I want to say something about the soap bar, because that's very interesting, because men often think, oh, I just use the soap to wash my face, but actually soap is super alkaline. Our skin is slightly acidic, so if we wash our skin with soap, we mess up our pH and we mess up our microbiome and our skin barrier this way, and cause quite some dryness and eczema, and all kinds of problems can occur. So that's why it's interesting that you say that, and it's so important that
because it's
men,
too aggressive, right? Just a bar of soap is aggressive. It's going to
the,
strip everything off your skin.
yes, it's the pH gets totally messed up, and that's why it's so
Right.
important that also guy has a good cleanser, and maybe doesn't use the alcohol aftershave, but use a hyaluronic serum or calming serum as an aftershave, with ingredients with soothed skin, which have like ingredients to help strengthen your skin barrier, and have like really good ingredients, instead of stripping it more. Or you already shaved just now. Don't
Right.
strip it more.
Right.
So it's good. That's why I'm also so excited that you talk about your skincare routine, and encourage guys also. It's not an issue. It's like it's actually cool to have a skincare routine, right? It's actually
Yeah, I
cool.
think taking care of yourself is cool.
Do you? Yeah, I know you have like a whole guys group, and do you talk about these kind of things, or just football?
Mostly football. Mostly football. Occasionally, we'll sneak in a skincare tip, but mostly football.
Okay, so what else could we talk about? What could be interesting? Anything you want to share? Anything you think is interesting? Um, Fitness. Do you work out every day?
I do. 4 or 5 days a week. 4 or 5 days
Okay.
a week, and I don't really push it. I try to just kind of maintain a certain kind of mental health. I find that training actually puts me in a better frame of mind. Um, and just for that value, that's why I do it. I don't really, when I was younger, it was more for aesthetic, like let me build a body, and
Yeah.
now I do it because it makes me feel good. But as a holistic approach, I mean, when we were talking yesterday, you said, you have to think of your skin as an organ. It's another entire organ, and every organ interacts with each other, and you got to keep your body healthy, like holistically as a whole, um, because everything affects everything else.
Absolutely right. Absolutely. I just talked about it with Sarah as well. Our skin is intertwined with the immune system. If you think about what you just said, about your mental health with sports, it creates endorphins, which now come from a totally different area of our body. But that is actually, again, anti-inflammatory. Happiness is anti-inflammatory. So it all works together, and working out is actually great. Sometimes you think, oh, today I'm too lazy. But if you do it, you feel so much better after, and you're ready
Oh,
to take on the day. It's
and
amazing.
hydrated. Water's
Yeah,
amazing too.
yeah. Oh,
Good old
yeah.
H2O.
That's another thing in America. Lots of people drink sodas and stuff. I actually only need water. No.
Yeah, no, I mean, I like to mix it up. I'll have a occasional sparkling water, but
Yep.
I don't know if that's the same as regular water, but I drink plenty of water. Super important.
Super important. Inside and out, always hydrate. One more question. Do you have an anti-inflammatory moment? What do you do if you had a super stressed day? What do you do to just relax? Do you meditate? Do something, which calms you down?
I do meditate. I was taught transcendental meditation a few years ago, and I practice that pretty regularly. Breathing is effective. Reading for me calms me down, and naps are good too.
What
Naps
are you
are
reading right
for that.
now?
What's that?
What are you reading right now?
I am reading The Untethered Soul.
Oh,
Yeah, we're getting deep. The Journey Beyond It's Yourself.
wow.
It's a good read. It's a good read.
Okay, we have to try this one. I love that we get a book tip from you. What's your favorite book? If you
My
have one.
thing, well, my favorite book, I've been reading The Fountainhead, which is fantastic. When I was a kid growing up, The Catcher in the Rye was my favorite book. Yeah,
You,
those two
you
stick
read
out.
philosophy, Krishnamurti. Have you heard of Krishnamurti?
No, no, but I've read a little Socrates, The Cave in the Light, which is pretty good. It's about Plato actually. But tell me more about who is it? Christian?
It's a guy, a philosopher who lived actually in Switzerland, and he wrote a few books in the 70s, which are so true to today and so interesting to read today. And one is called yeah,
That one.
that one.
Yeah,
Freedom from the known, freedom from the known, because we feel so comfortable in what we know, and
sure,
just go away from it's such a fantastic. I send it to you. It's such a fantastic
sure.
book.
I'd love to read it.
And you don't have to read it in one, because it's like, it's like a lot of things. So sometimes I read a page like 4 times. But you can just open any page, and it's just so interested. It's something I like to read in between. um,
Is it a
super.
book you've revisited? Is it a book
Yeah.
you read over and over
Yeah.
again? Yeah.
Yes, that's the one.
Just to quickly jump in, we've just got under 10 minutes left. We've got quite a few questions coming in. One of the most common ones is for guys who work out a lot. Do you suggest a good skincare routine? People that are training a lot in the gym, sweating, etc. Can you please let these men know about it, because they have no clue?
Yeah, I mean, you probably have a better answer for that, Barbara. But I think anytime you're exacerbating your skin, anytime you're overworking your skin, you're sweating a lot, you're exposed to the elements. It's super important to keep it clean and to keep a barrier on it. I don't know how dirty your gyms are, but for the most part, you're touching a lot of stuff that other people have touched, and you maybe touching your face, and you just want to kind of keep it under control.
Such a good point. Such a good point, because I get asked a lot. What do you do after you work out and you sweat? You have to shower. You have to wash your face. You have to do a skincare routine. Don't just think, oh, just like go in the office like this. You can't. That will mess up your skin a lot. So take the time to do a skincare routine, and especially also, yeah, with the dirt. Sometimes, when you live in a super polluted city and you feel like your skin is dehydrated, and in your lunch break, take a little travel kit, with you, and do a little skincare routine in between, just to rehydrate and strengthen your skin barrier functions. And, sitting in the office all day with makeup, with pollution, with heating, it's like sometimes it's good to redo your little routine.
Can you do a truncated version of the routine? Like, let's say you typically you're cleansing, you're toning, you're using the serums, and you're putting on moisturizer and sunblock. Can you then after the gym just use toner and some moisturizer just to kind of refresh it?
Yeah, that's, you don't have to go through the whole thing, but it's important that you, as you said, keep your skin clean, hydrated, and protected with lipids. So that's, it can be just a face wash and your face cream, or face wash toner and your face cream and your sun drops,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question, especially for men. Shiv, are there more questions?
Yep. So we've got another one talking about blackheads with men specifically, and if there's a way of getting rid of them.
But you see, that is, for example, one thing which can come from the sweat, from the overexposure of sebum. And it can also come if you don't exfoliate, because sebum and the dead skin cells can oxidate and cause blackheads. So, did you try the enzyme cleanser? Yeah, the powder you mix with
Yeah, I love that.
So this is also a great product to just put in the shower and use it twice a week. The foam cleanser you use every day, and the enzyme cleanser twice a week. And you activate this powder when you put it with water, and you create the foam, wash your skin. You very gently exfoliate your skin, take off dead skin cells. And that's important to prevent from blackheads, but it's also important for the skin to take on the active ingredients. And preventing from blackheads is to have a balanced skin, which is hydrated, cleansed, and has hydration and has a good moisturizer. So exactly, your routine is amazing, like the face wash, the enzyme cleanser, the hyaluronic serum, and a face cream. You can add like the good C or not, but if you have like these basic products, you have a balanced skin and you won't get blackheads, and your pores will get smaller. One product for small pore size is the Beta B, the niacinamide. A great product to even out your skin tone and make smaller pores, so that you can implement in your routine as well. So that will all prevent from blackheads, getting blackheads. But often blackheads come when you have super dry skin. That is never
really, because your pores get clogged from the dead skin.
Yeah, and also the overaction of sebum production, the dead skin, and then it creates
bacteria.
Dry skin is never an option. If any one of you has dry skin, you have to fix it. And I feel like I cracked the code for hydration, because all our products are so hydrating. Don't you think? I
think so, yeah. Very hydrating and very clean. I know it sounds kind of redundant to refer to them as clean, but my face feels very clean. It doesn't feel like there's like a bunch of stuff on it.
That's another thing. I would hate if there was like sticky stuff on it. I feel like this one with the skin and just give you this clean and taken care of skin. Nothing else. It's just like you do the best for your skin.
Simple, like less is more, maybe.
Yeah, less is more, and from the less, just the very best. Science backed. So everything comes from like a big knowledge in science and research, and we're working with a lot of scientists together on our product. So I feel like that's the best you can get. So I'm just doing some advertising for my products.
Yeah, I think they're absolutely wonderful. I love them.
Eric, this is Shiv.
Hey.
Been working for 4 years together.
Hi, how are you?
In LA.
I'm in very dark, dingy London right now, so I'm jealous.
Oh no.
Shiv, were you with me, or was it Victoria when we did the pop-up in the house Eric is in?
I think it was
we did a fun pop-up in the house Eric is in the bar. It was like a pop-up for the Oscars, our first pop-up before the Oscars, and it was so great. It's like a beautiful Art Deco bar, and there was the massage bed, and people would get facials, and they would have the same glowy skin like Eric when they came out of their facials, and look just gorgeous and ready to go on the red carpet.
Well, speaking of which, Eric, we won't keep you much longer. We have one final question, which is a little bit of a broad one, but it's if you had one male grooming skin tip, or any grooming tip, what would it be?
One male skin grooming tip?
Yes.
I would say I'm sunblock. I would say sunblock.
Cool.
I think the sun is the most damaging.
Yeah, most definitely. Just not demonize the sun too much, because we need the sun for our immune system.
No, I love the sun. But there's a way to protect yourself. Yes,
you need to protect, especially also when you're in LA and when you're in the mountains, if you desert, whatever. But did you know that the body only produces one vitamin, which is vitamin D3. And all our cells, all our tissue have vitamin D3 receptors. How important do we think that vitamin D is?
I supplement with it. I take about 30,000 units a week.
You know how it's been made? Vitamin
No,
D3.
tell me.
Sun and cholesterol.
Huh.
Create vitamin D3. So we need a little sun, but the best is the morning sun, which doesn't have the UVA, UVB. So if you wake up early in the morning, are you an early riser or are you sleeping?
I'm 7 o'clock, pretty early.
Yeah, so if you catch the sun in the morning, you don't even need sunblock. Yeah.
At what point does
like,
it get to be like damaging?
Yeah, so it also depends where you are, but in LA, pretty early, I would say. So
10:30, 11, somewhere there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. No, earlier. So, but if you get up really early, like 7, and you do a walk, you don't need sunscreen.
Yeah.
But the good light,
Yeah.
which is important for us, for our health, our immune system, our bones, our respiratory tract, our vitamin D3 production. So we cannot demonize the sun too much. But even more, it's so important that we keep our skin barrier so strong and our skin functioning and healthy, because our skin also has natural, protection, like melanin, for example, are little umbrellas which come up when the sun is out. So we have protection tools if we don't damage them, so be good to your skin.
Agree.
Okay. Thank you, Eric. We've run out of time, unfortunately.
Thank you so much, Eric.
No, thank you. It's been a real
this.
privilege.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Have an amazing day. And
all right, thank you, Dr. Sturm.
Big kiss. Thank you.
Be well.
Thank you so much.